it's going to be part one of the build, and I'm not going to put every little piece on the build because you should have the instruction booklet, such as this, and you can figure it out on your own, and you want to figure it out on your own. You don't want anybody else to build it for you or that kind of thing. But I'll just show you some of the things that I do, and I will go through some, quite a bit of the build actually. It's just going to take me a while. I don't really want to do it, but just in case. First things first though, instruction manual, especially if it's a kit that you're not familiar with, do go over it. I mean, some of the stuff in the beginning is not really that important, just, safety, what have you, don't run over pets, that kind of thing, don't get it wet, blah, blah, blah. This page here in this book, 6 and 7, they give you some recommended tools that you need, some tools that it comes with. Also gives you a wiring diagram of how to hook up your electronics. This page here just shows you how, what some of the keys mean, like where to use grease, that kind of thing. What just tells you how to read the manual. This page here gives you a breakdown of all the parts on the trees. You may want to look at that to make sure you've got everything in your kit. And then we start with the build. Now, before you start with the build, if you're an experienced builder or even if you're not, if you plan on using a setup that you've gotten off the internet or off a buddy, keep that in mind. Don't just start building per the kit specs because they may be incorrect for the setup you're wanting to run. Usually the kit setups are, they're kind of neutral. They're not great, but they're not that bad either. It just depends on the track. In my case, I'm actually going to be using the Tebow setup, the Jared Tebow setup from the Midwest Champs, which is right here. Got it online. But to show you what I mean, for example, here we'll look at the ball studs. We'll zoom in here a bit, and you can see the ball studs right here. Take a look at the location and the amount of shims that you use under the ball stud. Well, the factory kit calls for 2 shims under the ball stud, and it calls for the ball stud to be in the inside. So if you go ahead and look at your setup, such as Jared's here, you'll notice that ball studs, or shims under the ball studs, are 0. Now the location is still on the inside, which that's cool, but again, 0 shims under the ball studs. So keep that in mind if you've got a setup you're wanting to try online, or if you've got a buddy setup you want to use, that this will just cause double work if you follow this verbatim. Now you can follow it and then change it later, or as you're going, if that's easier for you, if you like to build the kit as instructed first and then want to go back and make changes, that's fine too. I like to build it the first time as the setup I want to run and then tweak it from there. So another thing with the kits, such as Kyosho, you'll notice here, we'll zoom in again, should have left that zoomed in actually. Like on this instruction booklet here, it tells you number 1, number 4, sorry about that, on the bag number. Well, luckily on Kyosho, they give you SCR 1. So these products here will be in bag 1, and so on and so forth. So it's a good idea to follow instructions, take them with bags, and go from there. So, and also keep in mind any hop-ups you have, such what I've purchased, you may want to put those on now instead of later, because the front bulkhead, that area could be difficult to get to later, and you don't want to deal with that later on, unless you want to wait until you break the plastic part, which is fine. I usually do that. I wait until something breaks before I replace it, but in this case, I'm just going to go all out. So with that being said, we're going to start. We'll go ahead and open up this bag 1, and again, I'm not going to really get in a lot of detail here. So we'll pull out the parts we need. Well, actually, you can leave everything in the bag and just pull out what you need, or you can pull, most everything out of the bag. It's entirely up to you. So here we know we need the this bulkhead here. We know we need this piece here, and we'll need some ball studs, which are right here. So we're going to go ahead and put those in. Now with the kit, you do get some kind of janky tools, which, oh, here they are. Get this little wrench and these Allens, which, they'll get the kit together. You may swear at it a few times, but they will get it together. So for now, I'm going to stop it there. I'm going to start building it up a little bit, and then we'll come back within the same video here. I don't want to make them real short. but I don't want to make them real long either. So we'll just kind of do maybe a page or two at a time. We'll show you what's happening. So stay tuned.